Welcome to week 2, everyone. Today we'll be looking at the Greater Toronto Area job creation data for April 3rd to April 10th using LinkedIn as our source. The job creation data is actually on a downward slope compared to last week. However, there's still great opportunities for us to show you. Let's look at the trend analysis for the Greater Toronto Area to see whether it's increasing or decreasing. In this chart, we have two lines, a 7-day moving average line in black and a daily job creation line in blue. The week opens normally, a low weekend, Monday nearly reaching the moving average, and then we see a big increase on Tuesday. This is great. However, we then see Wednesday going up, but the moving average take a sharp drop. Now this may be confusing, but to simplify, this shows that there were more jobs created a week beforehand on last Wednesday, April 1st, than today, April 8th. Once the moving average absorbed April 8th, it let go of April 1st, and that's why the average is dropping. This is important to understand as this will show many times in our videos. We're going to be looking at the trend analysis for Toronto, Oakville, Brampton, and Markham. Due to the sheer volume of Toronto, the trend analysis follows the same as the Greater Toronto Area. However, I still want to look at it for two reasons. One, to make sure everything is normal, or, which is better, there's an anomaly in our data and it's time to look at it and hunt it down. Sadly, it's not the latter. However, at the end of the April 10th, we still see a moving average decrease of 11.6% in Toronto, which is actually quite interesting and something we really want to keep an eye on. Oakville is quite interesting. It starts high on Saturday, then drops until Monday before picking up for the rest of the week, resulting in no gain or loss. To be honest, I don't think we're going to see this again. Brampton seems to be on a steady decline except for Saturdays, Tuesday, and Friday jumps, resulting in an 18.8% loss on the average. Markham only has 2 days over the moving average, and the strong day on Wednesday did little to stop the drop. This resulted in a 29.2% loss on the week. Overall, it seems like the GTA had strong volume last week compared to this week. Next week, we will incorporate monthly data and we can see for sure if it's a decline or just a hiccup in its return. It's time to see which job types the Greater Toronto Area is hiring right now. Starting off with full-time job creation data, we can see some strong volume coming in at the end of the week. However, like we spoke about during the GTA market segment, the moving average is following, allowing us to believe that last week was a really great week for job creation volume. At the end of the week, full-time job creations are down 11.4%. Looking at the contract job types, you can see by the chart there's something a little off. It starts off following the moving average, and then all of a sudden on Thursday it skyrockets all the way to 228. This is relatively big. However, if you look at the moving average, it didn't move. This just means that this must have happened again last week as well, resulting in us believing that every week there's always a big spike in job creations, and we're probably going to see this more and more for the contracting aspect, mainly because it's a quick and dirty way to get people into the company without getting approval for requisitions and getting people into the company. Time to look at which industries we should be targeting when you're looking at a job search. Computer software is still a top industry to be focusing on. However, looking at the data, it's still declining 11% on the moving average. This just goes to show you that it's an overall drop in the Greater Toronto market, where even tech is not as hiring as much. Information technology and services is slightly different than computer software, but it still has a great overall volume of opportunities. However, even in the spike from Monday to Wednesday, it doesn't help move the moving average. This results in a 6.5% loss in job creation data on the week. Staffing and recruitment follows the same as the other industries. Even with large spike on Wednesday, the moving average declines, resulting in a 12.7% loss of the week. Now, looking at finance, it is following the same trends where it is, dropping a bit and spiking on the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. However, more that I'm speaking to the banks, the more I'm seeing that they're going to be coming out with a lot more recs between now and September. So look for this chart to actually grow, especially in the finance area in the GTA. Let's look at the experience needs for the Greater Toronto Area, especially in terms of job creation data. Looking at internships, just like Montreal, it seems like internship category is growing by 27.6%. I know many students had canceled internships, so it's a great time to take this information and run with it before people start finding out. Entry-level positions stumbled out of the gate and finished the week strong, resulting in a 14.3% loss for the week. I expect this to go higher next week as Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday had higher volume than the high point of the moving average, which was on Monday at 325. Associate level positions were affected by the low volume on the first 3 days, resulting in a 22.8% loss on the job creation data. Looking forward, I expect an increase next week as the daily data stays over the moving average from Wednesday to Friday. We finally see growth in the chart, a 10% increase in the moving average for middle to senior management. Just like in Montreal, this is a great opportunity for senior individual contributors to reach out and apply. Make sure to focus on how you can lead a team online, learn how to do process optimization, and explain how you can do change management. And now we're back to looking at a downward trend. So looking at the director experience level, there is a reduction of 12.5% on the moving average, but there is a big gain on Tuesday and also another big leverage point on data on Wednesday. I can see some interesting movement, especially if they're hiring and the management director is probably going to follow suit. But this is going to be something where we want to look at it a little bit more later. The executive experience level has strong volume this week. I expect due to transformation initiatives. I know the volume is low, but you can't ignore a 20% increase. Thank you for watching our video. If you have any questions, please comment them below. Also, like our video and subscribe to our channel as we'll be doing this on a weekly basis. Furthermore, we're going to be introducing monthly data trends to our analysis to see better movement. Thank you. As a thank you for watching this video, please find below the top companies and job titles for the Greater Toronto Area from April 3rd to April 10th.